A lovely big watch. Hi guys, and welcome to another unboxing video, and in this video we're looking at the Suunto Core All Black Outdoor Watch, and what a watch it is too. It does a lot of things, as you can see on the screen: altimeter, barometric pressure, compass, alarm, stopwatch, and it's 100-meter water resistant to boot. Well, let's have a look at the packaging. Well, initial impressions are pretty good. If I can get this bit of tape off, nice pictures, so it looks nice on the shelf. And as you slide it out, you're met with quite a heavy solid box here, so let's hope the inside is just as nice. Seems pretty good. Wow, so if this was given to someone as a gift, they'd be very impressed with this so far. Well, it looks well packaged, put together nicely. Let's see what else is in here. Okay, so we've got some extra stuff here to go around the strap to keep the strap in place, obviously. And hopefully there's a manual in here. Let's have a look. And yes, there is. Okay, well, that's good. Quite a lot there. So I might zip through this a little bit, I think, because I don't want to bore you to tears. Basically, we're just looking at the disposing of this item, and it's in loads of different languages. I'm just trying to find the actual instructions, and I can show you what they look like. Well, that's a good sign. They're nice and clear, idiot proof, which is just as well, because I am dealing with this now. So yeah, I can follow that nice and easily. Great stuff. Okay, and back to these little strappy things. If I can just get them out of plastic, that is. And these are a nice little addition. You don't normally get this separate to the watch strap. But hey ho, more the merrier, I say. Now, as we have a look at it, beautifully packaged, so it's not going to move anywhere. It's got seals around the strap itself. Just push this out, so it's never been used, which is always a good sign. And as we have a little feel around here, it feels, gosh, the strap is very tight. Very tight. So I didn't need to open those little strappy things. It comes with them on there. Now that could be telling us something. So maybe these have a predisposition to breaking. Only time will tell. I like the clasp, feels nice. It's surprisingly light given the size of the watch. Feels like nothing at all really, feels just like a normal Casio variant, like a G-Shock. Okay, so let's put some of these things back in here and have another closer look at the watch. I do intend to show you how I set it up for the first time, so bear with me because I might mess it up, because we put it away nice and tidily. Okay, so let's have a look. We've got the sticker on there. Wow, I like that. Nice size. Might want to compare this to my Omega Seamaster, because that's a big watch too. I got the Pro version of the Omega Seamaster, but I'll just peel this display off. So going back to the Suunto here. Oh, it's got a nice effect here. Wow. No, that looks quite impressive. So, do I get the display on? Well, I can tell you now, guys, what I do know, and I've read online, is you just press a button and hold it, and miraculously it comes to life. So as we look around the watch, it just feels nice, nicely polished, nicely finished off. And here's my Omega Seamaster Pro. I've got the larger faced version here. So this is the largest Seamaster Pro you can buy, compared to the Suunto. I'll draw a comparison a little bit later down the line with this, but as you can see, the large Omega is not a patch on this rather large but light and very comfortable looking Suunto. So the impressions are pretty good so far. We've got a £3,000 watch compared to one that costs just over 100. RRP is 250. Okay, so the strap feels nice and bendy. Yeah, I'll just peel some other things off here, make sure it all looks nice. You can see the manual in the background there. Now I'm filming me just looking at the manual and the watch for the first time here, so hopefully this will pan out okay, but it gives you an idea about how you're going to deal with it when you get it too. But you can see in the background that the diagrams are very clear and easy to follow. So let's just have a little look at the watch here. Well, I'm just sort of studying it, making sure everything's where it should be. There's at an angle at the back there, that's why I just like things straight. Obviously it doesn't need to be altered. Wow, so keeping my finger on the button did work. And it says English on the screen there. So it's flashing up, so the display looks quite nice, you can see it. So it says English, which is the language I want, so I don't need to alter that setting. But on the right hand side, use the upper and lower button to cycle up or down through the options you wish, and you press the center one like I'm doing here, according to the manual, to select or press enter. It said hello there, that looks nice, and it's got units as a metric. Well, I'm happy it being in metric, so I'm going to press that middle button again, and therefore we got the time to sort out here. Okay, so that's obviously quite explanatory. So I'll just have a little fiddle around here, so getting the time how I want it. So you just press it. The buttons themselves are actually quite stiff to push in. They leave a few little indentations you can see on my finger there. That's okay, I'm a big burly strong guy. I'm 6'1" and quite strong, so I'm sure I can cope with setting up a watch, and I'm sure anyone else could too. But I was just surprised about how hard it is to push in compared to, say, some of the fancier ones I've had before. Okay, so basically, as I said before, there's those two, the upper and lower button on the right hand side. Then you go through the options, and then to select enter, you press that middle one there. As you can see, I made this just before Christmas, and it's shown as 2020. I'm just going through the months here. Perfect. Okay, so you've got that, guys. So far, so good. It's not as hard as you think this. I put this watch on the scales and it came out as 67 grams. Now, you saw earlier this watch compared to my Omega Seamaster Pro, and although this is digital, it's a very clear display this. I really like it. I've never come across a display quite like it. It's quite weird. It's got a morphy sort of look to it, as you can see from the sides. When it's on the wrist there, you don't see that sort of curvature, you just notice just that huge glorious face, as I'll show you here. Looks great, doesn't it? I actually quite like that. It's a nice looking watch. If you like this sort of rugged look and you want a big watch that shows you a lot of stuff all at one time, then this is the ideal thing for you. The strap feels quite comfortable, it's quite thick, and there you go, and I'm comparing it to my standard size, which is the large Omega Seamaster Pro. This is a 3000 plus watch, as opposed to one that's just under 250, so comparing the two here is quite a little unfair, but you can get an idea of the sort of clarity of the displays and what size you're looking for. The watch on the left, my Omega, is a very large watch, it's also very heavy. Now, the Omega is about 41 millimeters across the face size, and the Suunto is quite a bit larger, as you can see. Here's a little look at the display, just from a slightly different angle, just so you get a feel for this watch. And this is also the compass working, so as you move around, it alters its reading to suit, and you can obviously move the bezel around just to get your bearing just right. Right, now as I go through some final closing comments, if you like the look of it and you want a compass outdoorsy sort of big display watch, go for this. This is wonderful. It's brilliant value, and I paid just over 100 quid for it instead of the RRP at 250. Just as we end this review, there's the light on and you'll see it disappear at the end of the credits. I love this watch.